Good morning, everybody. Well, actually, it's good evening slash morning. It is it is Friday. Yeah, it's Friday. Yep, it's Friday the 24th, and in the morning. It's 12:17 in the morning. There's been all day today that Supreme Court did a ruling over a case that happened about 40 plus, about, I'll say shade over 40 years ago, which inspired the movie Death Wish with Charles Bronson that spawned 3, 4 sequels. Now, this ruling became a very important one, and I'm going to tell you why. Don't matter where you live. It really don't matter where you live. No matter what city you live in, what state you live in. And this is the point that some of you are going to have to realize, even here in California. Today's ruling could change everything here in California. Because, like New York, California has the same type of bullshit like New York does, you know. Can't carry a gun. It's a charge of even if you have a permit, they'll charge you with illegally carrying a firearm, which violates the Second Amendment. As long there is the Second Amendment, a state cannot deny you the right to self-defense. Okay? The federal government cannot deny you your right to self-defense. Democrats cannot deny you, especially the neocons, cannot deny you your right to self-defense. Now, there's been a lot of carjackings this year, and nobody is doing anything about it, you know. But it's your right to protect yourself, protect your home, your property, your family, your way of life, your business, you know. And there's a shooting. Well, can't say shooting because it was more of a self-defense of a business by a customer. 3 guys came in. One came in. 2 in the back. One had a gun pointing at the cashier. Well, one guy behind him, to his right, took a step back, pulled out his concealed firearm, shot the guy twice, dead. That's what Democrats don't like. Cities and states where my Democrats are going to be, they're going to be where you can't even own a gun. So I am pro Second Amendment, even though I don't own a gun or carry a gun. I am pro Second Amendment. Now, the governor of New York, the mayor of New York City, the governor of California, and every Democrat and every neocon in this country are flipping their shit. They're straight up flipping their shit. And so, like, you know, Second Amendment, man, dude, look. If somebody breaks into your house, you have a right to defend your home and blow the fucker away, no matter who it is. Because nobody has the right to trespass on your property. Now in St. Louis, the McCloskeys, one had an AR-15, one had a non-working handgun. And they were charged because the McCloskeys had the right to legally own and carry a weapon. But the one DA wanted to charge them with attempted murder. Well, if you got multiple people in front of your property threatening you and your life, I would carry a weapon too. I wouldn't point it up, I'll point it right at them. No. But what the media didn't tell you that is there was one member of the BLM movement that was also armed. And they can't say, well, they were protesting. No, they were trespassing. If that was my property, I would have blown a couple of them away for just trespassing. You know? You flick up a gate, you come into someone's property, hey, I'm going to blow your ass away. You know? But the DA took things the wrong way, thinking, I'm going to charge this couple with a felony. Like, why? This is the same DA that went after the governor. What was a huge fuck up on her part. And so they removed her as DA. The McCloskeys were pardoned. But the one thing that was really screwed up was the DA had the handgun held by Miss McCloskey that didn't work. She paid to have it work in condition. Why? You know, that's that. Right there, there goes your case. You know, here you're a DA. You paid to have a gun repaired that didn't work before. Here you got it fixed. Now it works now. You know, and by doing that, she basically blew her case. You know. Plus, the DA's a Democrat, so either way. But the DA and the Attorney General pardoned the McCloskeys, man. You know, and you have a right to defend your home, okay? And with the ruling, it was needed to be done. It was needed a long time ago. I mean, like, well, it was completely needed a long time ago. Um, and you know, the governor of New York, mayor of New York City, is going to try to find some way to counter the Supreme Court's ruling. Which, good luck with that, you know, because now a citizen in New York that's part of the United States, they have the Second Amendment, which is a alienable right by God, you know, to defend yourself. Um, which you have a right to. And it don't matter what party it is, it don't matter who's running the state or city, you have a right under the Constitution, under the Bill of Rights, under the Second Amendment, you have a right to defend yourself. Self-defense is not murder. It is considered self-defense. But if you chose to be stupid and to be a criminal, look, instead of going after the constitutional protected people who have a right to carry, don't go after the criminals. Don't go after the citizen, because every time there's a shooting, every damn time, who's always the target? It's the legal gun owners who are the targets. Who else? Let's see, gun manufacturers. Who else? The people that sell guns are the ones that are going that they're being gone after. The Democrats and neocons are protecting the criminals. Period. Criminals. Democrats and neocons only care about the criminals. They don't care about the citizens who are trying to defend themselves against the bullshit that's being delivered to them. And under the Second Amendment, we have a right to defend ourselves. Okay? It shouldn't matter where you live. You have a right to defend yourself with a gun or a bat or whatever you use in your hand. Defend yourself. It's self-defense, you know. But the Democrats don't see it that way. Well, guess what? Too late.
Goes very well. The Second Amendment is the law of the land, not something called Sullivan's Law. Here in New York State, they came up with this more than 100 years ago. Basically said, if you were carrying a gun, which is your constitutional right, you were violating the law. You had to have permission from the chief of police, and sometimes that chief would make you jump through all kinds of crazy hurdles. Sometimes when we read an opinion from the Supreme Court, it's hard to figure out. This one is not. It's actually very straightforward. From Justice Thomas. Let's take it. All that we decide in this case.
Okay, now this is from Clarence Thomas. All that we decide in that case is that the Second Amendment protects the right of law-abiding people to carry a gun outside the home for self-defense.
Is that the Second Amendment protects the right of law-abiding people to carry a gun outside the home for self-defense. Continues to say, and that the Sullivan Law, which makes that virtually impossible for most New Yorkers, is unconstitutional.
Yeah.
It's true, you couldn't just get a license to carry easily at all. You had to jump through all kinds of crazy bureaucratic hurdles. Very few could actually get those licenses. So what was the result? Outlaws, criminals in New York have guns, and they have a lot of them, and they're using them more than ever before. Law-abiding folks who want guns, very, very hard to get. Law-abiding people with guns, very, very few. And
now, about that, criminals can easily get a gun within hours. They have it with them at all times. But citizens they have to go through hurdles just to own a gun, to carry a gun legally, even with a permit to conceal. Um,
they're almost never involved in crimes. Crime is expanding. People have a reasonable fear of crime, and we will be able to carry guns. Take a look at the statistics here in New York. Crazy, crazy, crazy. 38%.
This is New York shooting incident June 2022 compared to June 2020. It is up by 38%.
Up over the past 2 years. I don't know if they're going to come. I love cops, but they're under extraordinary pressure. This is how they treat.
Today defies logic in terms of what we know we are capable of doing with reasonable gun safety laws to secure the safety and the well-being of the people of our nation.
This decision has made every single...
Yeah, but the thing is, citizens had at one time, they have to go through hurdles just to own a gun, you know. But criminals can get them easily, easily. And, since it's ruling here, it's going to change things for a while. Not just in New York, but also here in California. Because here in California, it's also hard to even get it to own a weapon. But criminals, they can get them like easy, dude, easy, man. But the Supreme Court hit out of the ballpark with a ruling that needed to be happening, because Sullivan's Law is bullshit where you gotta go through the police chief. Fuck the police chief. You have a right under the Second Amendment, bro, dude, And what they're doing is that they're trying to keep the people from defending themselves against criminals who already have weapons of destruction in their hands. Whether it's a handgun or a Mac 10 or a Glock 9 or whatever they got in their hands illegally, They shave the numbers from being traced, And sometimes you got to really pay attention, because Democrats, again, they are anti-Second Amendment. They are anti-self-defense. They don't care if you get shot or killed or whatever. They don't care, Because every time there's a shooting, who do they go after? Law-abiding citizens, okay? They go after gun manufacturers, the NRA, okay? They go after people who own gun stores. Go to conventions where you can buy and sell a gun, But they had nothing to do with these shootings, man. Not one bit, When you think about it, when you really, really think about it, all of it is politicized. It's a show. It's a sham. Okay? Sham. And they want to make it looking so good while being politicized and being this kabuki theater, Democrats love the kabuki theater. They love it so much that they would fuck it if they wanted to. They love drama. They love drama. They love drama as they would fuck it too. Whether it's the election, gun control, whatever it is, They want to make it their own kabuki theater, and they want it to look and sound good, but in a way, it would blow up in their face. Okay? Like the January 6th committee. It's blown up in their face. Okay? And they keep blaming Trump for everything, you know. Everything. Trump did this, Trump did that. Where's the fucking proof here, folks? You know? And it is so completely fucking stupid, man, you know. You're going after law-abiding citizens who have a right to defend themselves against criminals, okay? I want to play a video here. And it's Ted Nugent on gun control. Listen to this.
Second Amendment, gun control. You've been on the NRA's board since '95, and this is a subject that you maybe feel more strongly about than any other.
I believe that
Make your case.
I believe that a person's moral compass can be determined by how he references free men the right to defend themselves. The Second Amendment is so obvious to me, it's insane that there's an argument. God gave, let's pretend there is no document. Let's pretend brave families didn't leave the tyrants and the slave drivers of Europe so that they could practice the religion of their choice, that they could speak out without being murdered, that they could produce wool without the king's men coming and taking it from them every season of harvest. Let's pretend none of that happened. Let's just pretend this guy named Ted Nugent parachuted onto Earth and woke up one morning and saw these wonderful resources and had dreams of excellence and being the best that I could be. I don't need a document, and I don't need another man to explain to me that I have the right to defend my gift of life. And that there is an argument in America from Hillary Clinton, from Barbara Boxer, Dianne Feinstein, from a whole gaggle of numbnuts who would try to tell me they will dictate where, how, and if I can defend myself. I find that preposterous. I find it unacceptable, and I will not accept it. I am a free man. Don't tread on me. A good, law-abiding citizen, not convicted of a felon. The Second Amendment of our Bill of Rights is my concealed weapons permit. Period.
That's it.
That's it.
So no limitations of any kind that you
No.
can see.
None.
That's it.
The limitation should be, instead of arresting people for molesting children 24 times, I would rather the dad walked into the room, found a person molesting that child, and blew his brains out. I would rather that the lady in Massachusetts last month, who was taking her daughter to soccer, who was carjacked by a recidivistic maggot who'd been in the prison system all his life, but was let out again because we feel sorry for him. Maybe he had a bad childhood. Instead of her being hijacked and murdered, I'd rather she just shot the bastard dead. But in
I agree.
Massachusetts, somebody decided she can't do that. So she's dead. I would rather she was alive and the carjacker was dead. I'm weird. I would rather that the guy who beat this lady to within an inch of her life in Waco, on parole was he, and beat her to within an inch of her life in front of her grandchildren with a whiskey bottle. I would rather she fell to the ground, pulled out a .38, and shot him 6 times in the chest and killed him. Am I weird?
No.
Because the guy is going to get out again. I don't like repeat offenders. I like dead offenders.
I also like dead offenders. That is why we have the Second Amendment, man. And the Democrats, all they care about is telling you that they're going to dictate on whether you can carry a weapon for self-defense or not. Well, fuck you. If my life is threatened by a criminal, I'm gonna blow a hole through his chest to defend myself. You know? Look, I'm a dad, okay? If I seen some maggot, you know, trying to molest my kid, my son, I would blow a hole between his fucking eyes. You know, to protect my son against some maggot who's trying to molest my son. You know, I would do the same fucking thing to protect my child. You know, and the ruling, the Supreme Court ruling was needed anyway. We needed that in New York to happen because the reason for this ruling was 40 years ago. There's a guy that shot 4 black teens who have history of being in jail. Being in jail. Don't matter what color you are. It's your character. But these were criminals who tried to rob the guy. They had knives, he had a gun. Sorry. I ain't gonna give you shit. Pow. Was he in the right? Yeah, he was in the right because he was defending himself. But Judge Koch, who became the judge for the People's Court back in the day, wanted this guy caught and to suffer for what he did. Well, good luck with that, Judge Koch, Ed Koch. You fucking honor. You want a guy to get punished because he committed self-defense, shot someone in self-defense, so you want to lock him up for a while, take away his right to protect himself, you know? And Democrats want to do the same thing, tell you how to dictate where you on how you can own a weapon, buy a weapon. Look, Second Amendment should automatically be your gun permit automatically, because it's your inalienable right by God to defend yourself against idiots and moronic criminaling cocksuckers and shit who wants to harm you and their people. Just shoot them fucking dead, man. Just shoot them dead. If they're trying to rob you, blow them away. Put a round through their fucking chest, man. If they're trying to break in your home, rob you, assault you, shoot the fucker dead, man. Don't even think twice. Just shoot the fucker dead, man. You know. For example, the stupidest thing I ever said. Okay. This 15, 16-year-old kid, black kid, working in this woman's house. Don't make it a racing, folks, because that's bullshit. Anybody playing the race card can go fuck themselves. If you're a criminal, no matter what skin color you are, if you a criminal, okay, no matter what color you are, this kid working in this lady's house, and she just arrived home. She sees this kid jumping out of her window. She sees this kid, blows him away. Why? Trespass, breaking and entering. Why? Wasn't his home. Wasn't his property. He broke in. Did he get shot? Yeah. Did he get what he deserved? Yeah, he did. But the stupid thing that these two girls said, oh, well, you know, he had a future ahead of him. Yeah. It's called going to the grave for the shit he fucking did. You know, for what he did. Breaking and entering, dude, I would blow this fucker away. You know. But the thing is, it's a controversial thing to even talk about, folks, because even if it's a topic, you know, they're gonna say, well, they don't need to be owning a gun, yada yada yada. Motherfucker, if somebody is breaking into if somebody's trespassing on your property, breaks into your home, right, and you see him in your home leaving, what you do? Just let it happen, or do you blow the fucker away? You blow the fucker away. You know, that is your home. That is a place you call your own. Your home, your property, the place where you sleep, the place where you live. You know, and well, you know, he had a good future ahead of him. Yeah, being a criminal, going to San Quentin for the rest of his life, for breaking and entering someone's home and shit. But no, he's now fucking dead because of his fuck up and shit, you know. He did a lot of carjackings. Carjackers get shot and killed, you know. It happens. You know? And these lawmakers don't fucking understand, you know. Here, they're carrying, they got armed guard and shit, you know. And, but the whole fucking thing is, you as an individual, you as an American citizen, under the Second Amendment, you have a right to carry bear arms, right? Bear arms. For, not just for hunting, but for self-defense, okay? Self-defense, you know? But these criminals, you know, these gangs, they can easily get a gun. They can easily get a weapon, right? Easy, so fucking easy, man. You know, you got these damn cartels, got AK-47s, M4s, all this crap, and in Mexico, you can't own a gun or even carry one unless you're in law enforcement or the military, you know. And but here in the United States, it's your right to carry a weapon, self-defense, hunting, you name it, man. As a free individual, free man or woman, you know. And you know, the one thing that does bug me is that, you know, history has, you know, black people who own a weapon, you know, for self-defense. They're targeted by law enforcement, you know. They're targeted by law enforcement, and like, dude, 1992, you know, the riot in L.A., man, after the Rodney King beating, you know. You had Koreans in Los Angeles standing on their roof defending their property, man. You know, that right there shows that a citizen defending their property, okay, property. You know, and they're shooting at looters to shoo them away. You know, and looters they if looters see somebody with a gun. Oh, fuck that. Hey, no. And, you know, well, why that girl was wrong, man. Was wrong, man. She was walking away. She was walking away, and that Korean lady shot her in the back of the head as she was walking away. Well, away. And that also what caused a huge, like, there were fires started in different parts of LA County, man, different areas, and you have Korean stores getting broken into, and why? I mean, you can't blame other people, other Korean people that live there. Hey, the woman got tried, convicted, and charged. I mean, charged, tried, convicted. She's now in prison now. She ain't getting out. She's in there for life, man. Shit. But you have Korean business owners who run a jewelry store and a gun store too, and when you see somebody who owns a business and is armed, watch the fuck out, because you don't want to loot. That's probably your last thing on your mind is looting, because you see an owner with a weapon, a gun, or just keep moving, because you don't want to get shot. That's the last thing you want to do is get shot. And when it happens, like, oh, it's a race thing. No, it's a self-defense thing where someone loots my business, I'm gonna shoot the fucker. Because you have a right to protect your business, which is your livelihood, and your home, right? Your home and your family. Criminals don't give a shit. Criminals don't give a rat's fucking ass. They will do what they need to do, and no matter who it hurts. No matter if they have to hurt somebody or kill them. But Supreme Court had to do what they needed to do in that ruling, because Sullivan's Law was completely unconstitutional, man. Big time. It was. And it's a felony if you carry. It shouldn't be a felony if it's under the Second Amendment, which you have a right to carry. Because when we fought the British, they had muskets and Kentucky rifles, and the governor of New York is fucking stupid, dude. Really fucking. What New York needs is a Republican mayor and a Republican governor to change shit. And also what needs to happen in Baltimore is that it's been a Democratic ran city for decades, man. I tell you. And any city that's run by a Democrat, man, your life is hell, man. Good luck, man. But I'm glad the Supreme Court did the ruling. And this completely changed everything here in California as well. Because the governor is like freaking out. The mayor in New York City is freaking out. Governor Newsom is like freaking out. Like we give a shit freaking out, Think about the citizens instead of the criminals, because the criminals are going to do what they're going to do, no matter what they do. So I would rather see a dead offender than a repeated one. Alright, folks, this is a good old Grandmaster Evan here. If you're new to this channel, please share this video, hit the like button, subscribe, comment below, hit the bell for notification, and always live healthy, happy, and wise. I love you guys. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out. Godspeed.